Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity. Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity.
Hey there, it's Bree Bear, and today's video is going to be just a little bit different. Today I'm going to be over here at my desk because I'm going to show you guys how I write my reviews. Okay everyone, welcome to the desktop view here. I have 3 different tabs that I have open when I'm writing reviews. Firstly, we have my spreadsheet, my reading tracker for the year. I also like to have my Goodreads tab open so that I can go ahead and pop into my reading challenge and edit my star rating and put in the actual review once I finish writing it up. Then we have my drive. So the book to net tab is where I keep all my stuff. We're going to go down to review masters, and inside that I have my 2020 reviews. That's where I keep the books, the book reviews once I've finished them, or like that's, yeah, once I finish typing up the review for it, then I put it in there. Okay, so let's see what book we're going to do first here. We're going to do A Short History of the Girl Next Door. I need to have the correct document to build from here. So I have to select which one I want. So I'm going to select the review master. That's for my master for writing a regular old review for a regular book, a regular old novel. I have different ones for different kinds of books, as you can see here. So I'm just going to create a duplicate, make a copy. And then once it creates that, I'm going to move that into the 2021 folder. Open that, open it up. Okay, so then from there, I'm going to go into this top section here. And we're going to rename it the title of the book. Basically what we have here is a template to fill in all the information. So up here at the top, I have little side note things. So the side note, the first one is for if I narrated an audiobook, that's what this first one is. So I didn't do this for narrating an audiobook, so I can delete that. So I read this book during, that's if I read it during a readathon. So if I couldn't remember, then I would be able to refer back to this spreadsheet and see that I didn't. But same thing for this next one is where I borrowed it, if I borrowed it from the library. So all of those are ones that if I used it for something or borrowed it for something or I narrated it, whatever, that's that. Okay, so then the next tab here, or the next note that I can create is what character board I used it for. And I used this on Agent Coulson's board. Okay. So then from there we go into the list formatting. And from that, see, all of this I've created myself. I don't think I clarified that. I put the page as a black background. Let's fit. I put the page as a black background so that it's easier on my eyeballs. And then I use different colors to keep it easier to see what I'm looking at. From there, I already have all of my coding taken care of. So I don't have to do any HTML work to finalize anything. It's already taken care of. So that's that. So then I'll just go into my tact. This is the section where I organize my trigger warnings, adumbration, which is just a word that starts with A. That's representation and diversity. I just wanted another A so that it would actually spell tact. I needed a letter that would fit in the word tact, so I made it tact with an extra A in there. Then we have archetypes and then controversial topics. And themes should be up here. I don't know why it's not. Alright, so here's the book. And then in the front, I have all my annotation stuff. There we go. Divide it out into different sections. So if you watched my annotation video, you will have seen this, but basically this is where this comes in. So I'm actually going to go in, and in this top section up here, where it's trigger warnings, all of that, I'm going to actually take this list, and I'm literally just going to fill it in. And controversial topics, in case you're wondering, is literally just things that people might or might not find offensive, frustrating, bothersome, or something that they just don't want to read about because it's a part of their real life, you know, things that they don't want to read about because of how it affects their real life, you know. Okay, so genre description is just a way for me to kind of describe the genre in more depth. So, you know, is it a fluffy contemporary? Is it a romance? Is it a hard-hitting contemporary? Is it a, you know, a what? What is it? That is what this is for. Then we have the this or that section. So this is basically a place for me to say if it's a plot or character-driven book, a light or dark tone, etc. Hard or soft magic system is something that I have set in place for when it's a fantasy or sci-fi. So I can delete that since it's not part of this particular one. So let's see. World structure is referring to if it has a lot of description about the setting and what people are wearing and stuff like that, or if it's just kind of like more white blob surrounding the characters, you know what I mean? Okay, and then we have categorized ratings. So this is where I'm going to go in and I'm going to rate each element that I have listed off here. And I kind of described what I am looking for within each section. I might have to come back to the categorized ratings. I will calculate my average after I come back to it just because I don't remember well enough because it was quite a while ago that I finished this. High-low. This is where I list off the likes and dislikes that I tabbed. Now that I only tab likes and dislikes, I kind of just go through the tabs and kind of see what I think of each thing. I flip through my tabs and kind of make note of each. I've finished that. I'm going to go back up, and I do feel all right about most of this. I'm going to lower my tact to a 2 actually, and then we can add all this up. So let's see.
28 divided by 9 is 3.1111.
Guess that tells me what my rating is. Basically from there, I just kind of do like an overall thoughts of what I thought about the book in general. Okay, so once I complete all of that, I'm going to hit Command S-A, and that's going to select all, and then I'm going to hit Command C to copy. Then we're going to go over to Goodreads. I'm going to find this book on my Goodreads page. We're going to go down to my activity edit. Then I can pop in my rating and paste in my review. And I didn't use anything that was spoilery, so I don't need to bother that. I would have put in spoiler tags if it had been relevant, but this is what my review looks like. So at the top in italics, I have my information for any little notes, and then I have my lists of triggers, archetypes, controversial topics, my genre description, and then we have my this or that, my categorized ratings, my average categorized rating, my high-low, and then my overall. That's it. So then I'll just go into my tracker, change this to yes because I have finished my review, tab over to make sure everything is filled in, and while I'm tabbing through, I will pop in my rating. And we're done. So that's pretty much everything. That's how I use my annotations to write out my reviews. Like I said, I just have the lists up at the front, and throughout everything I know that a yellow tab is pink. Wow. I know that a yellow tab is a negative thing and a pink tab is a positive thing. So when I'm doing those high-lows, I just know that when I see the color, I know which side it's going to go on. And then if it's something that I can generalize a little bit more, then I will. I did go in a little bit more depth on these bullet points this time around. So sometimes I would, kind of make those even more generalized sections. But I felt like there were more specific things that it was more like specific details that I liked or disliked rather than an overall thing. So like it wasn't like I liked the relationship development overall and I disliked the writing style overall. It wasn't like that. So I wasn't able to generalize it quite as much. It was a little bit more specific points. So it is sometimes like that, and other times it'll be like especially in a longer book, I would have notes about things like pacing or stuff like that, that I might, make into like one general statement. I would like combine some of my notes into one, statement, one bullet statement, about that element of the book. But yeah, that's kind of just a little bit about how I write my reviews, for Goodreads. So, I think that is all I've got for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you'll be notified every time I post new videos. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another BookTube beta video. Peace out, Bear Scouts.
About your worries and your stress. I mean a bare necessity. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, with just the bare necessities of life.